Hello, beautiful people. It's Carla again with Trust the Process. Just did my daily walk, and of course my yoga practices. I'll do that later. But I just, you know, I'm in a great place, and I hope everyone else is either in a great place already or on their way to that great place. That the highest version of you, that God ordained version of you. The purpose that your purpose is aligning with, you're aligning with your purpose. There we go. Finding, the true self, and just identifying all the parts of you that need to be worked on and working on it diligently, and just and every test that you're going through, just knocking those tests out. We're all being tested right now, and it's definitely for a higher purpose. So don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. Just keep going. I'm telling you, the journey is worth it. You'll come across parts of yourself that the old version of you was hindering you from actually stepping into this new version of you. And so you're going to notice yourself having to let go of a lot of things that just can't go with you on the next step, the next part of the journey. So you're going to have to be open to letting go, open to change, and really working on accepting, that these changes have to occur. And I think that's where a lot of us, get stuck in this. We get stuck because we're so used to that life. We're so used to that way of living. And I'm here to tell you there is a way better way of living. And so, and that's why I always push the self-care thing out there for everyone. We really need to take the time to take care of ourselves. And and listening to yourself, because your body will tell you when you're tired. Your body will tell you when you're sick. Your body will tell you when you're overthinking. The body speaks to us, and sometimes we try to push that out aside and say I don't want to listen to this, but it's telling you something. So if you feel like you need to rest today, rest. I do it. I never was a person that took naps, but when my body tells me to take a nap, I do now, because I know that is also a part of my self-care. And I stick to my regimen because it's working for me. It's working wonders in my life. It's working wonders with me mentally, because I'm able to, when things come up, I'm able to just kind of get to it quicker and remedy it quickly, rather than before it took me way longer. And so the exercising works perfectly for me. I'm losing inches, so I feel amazing. And I'm noticing the effects of just, how important it is to really be, be aware of your mind, body, and your spirit, and how they need to be in alignment with each other. That is what true health is. Keeping up with your body, making sure you have regular doctor's appointments, and make sure that, you're keeping up with, because just because you feel like you're okay and you're healthy doesn't always mean that. It could just be you're constantly on autopilot, and the things that are going on within your body, you're not listening to them, or you're dismissing them and as if they're nothing, when it's actually something. So if you're dealing with any digestive issues, or constant migraines and headaches and things like that, there's something going on, and it may not be something that's life threatening, but it can lead to life threatening things. So the main thing is to kind of get to that place where you're becoming more aware of yourself and the things that no longer need to be in your circle. As you're completing each step in this journey that you're going through, because each step requires a new version of you, and God will present these tests to us because He wants us to elevate. He wants us to elevate into the being that he knew us to be. And so sometimes, we don't want to do away with all the things that are familiar to us, but we have to let them go. And part of that is, and that's part of your self-care. That should be part of your self-care regimen, letting go of things that no longer serve you. And I'm still working on some things. I'm still working on things that I need to let go of. But for the most part, I can say I have a healthy way of living. a healthy way of thinking, and a healthy spiritual life. And I hope that it shows, as I've started doing these videos months ago, last year sometime, probably almost a year since I've been doing these videos, and just to see the transformation and the changes that have happened in my life, and removing fear. You just can't be afraid of the unknown. You can't be afraid. You got to get up every day, thank God for the life that you have, and ask Him what it is today that He needs for you to do. What is the purpose for today? What is it that He needs you to? Who does He need you to serve today? Because that's what your main goal is every day, is to find out who you need to be of service to. And that's the most fulfilling thing that will fulfill your life more than anything, just knowing that you're being of service to others, or spreading your word to someone that is an encouraging word, or just being there for someone that is in the time of need. Maybe they're going through illness, maybe they're going through a really tough time with a loss or whatever, but just being the light for someone, and encouraging them, and sharing your testimony of where you've come from, and where you're at now, and what God has done to you, God has done in your life. And so that's what I do daily. I spread God's word everywhere I go, and I never take credit for any part of my life, because I know that if it wasn't for Him, I shouldn't even be here, but because he saw the purpose in me, and He saw that there was something bigger and better that He wanted to give me, and that he had a bigger job for me to do. And so I just thank Him every day for the grace and the mercy, because that's the one thing that he doesn't take away from us, is He gives us grace, the grace to sustain us through trials and tribulations. He has mercy on our souls, because He knows that we're imperfect, that we're going to make those mistakes. But we always have the option to ask Him for mercy on our souls, and the grace. And that grace is so, it gives you a sense of peace, and a knowing that, had it not been for God, and the Lord that was on your side, you wouldn't be here to tell people that, these are the things that you've experienced, and this is what your outcome was from those things. Smiling every day, and being at peace with your life, and enjoying yourself, and getting to know the person that you are, is the most important thing you can do for yourself. And loving yourself through everything. I know a lot of us, go through, have gone through, our traumatic experiences, and a lot of us have lived in those experiences for such a long time that it's kind of just the normal for us, And I have been guilty of that in my past, and I don't see how we can continue to stay that way when this is a totally different feeling. This peace that we have the opportunity to feel and be a part of in our and experience in our lives, is something that I wouldn't trade for the world. I don't allow people to come in and disturb my peace anymore. I don't allow anything. Not even my children. They're not allowed to disturb my peace, and they're very peaceful people. And it's because I instill in them that peace is something that God gives us. It's something that He gives us even in the midst of storms. You can still find peace in the midst of everything, the tests, the situation, the horrible relationship. You can still find peace, and peace comes when you let go of the outcome. Let go. Withdraw from those things. Detach yourself from those things. When you let go of what the possible outcome can be, you get peace. And so that's, I know this is not like, a new information or whatever, but I think that, a lot of people are continuing to repeat these words because as we experience it, it's because we want everyone to feel the same thing. And because we know what the abundant feeling that peace gives you. that you can't even explain it to someone else unless they're experiencing it too. And it slows you down. It makes you more aware. It makes you have it allows you to have gratitude for the smallest things. And I'm grateful for my peace. I'm grateful for my smile, and I'm grateful for my laughter, and and just to be sharing my life with people and sharing my love with people. And just knowing that, if it wasn't for God giving me that, I wouldn't be able to share it, because there was a time where I was just this hard person that could not accept things. I couldn't accept changes. I didn't want to accept changes. And that was what kept me in that place of just being so miserable all the time. And when I was able to finally start letting go of all those things, whether it had been hurt from my parents or, hurt from friends, hurt from relationships, the loss of my husband, all those things, when I was able to let go of those things and know that God had a bigger plan for me, and that my purpose, was to just show people that, I've gone through these things and here I am still standing, and I'm still smiling, and I'm enthusiastic about my life. I'm enthusiastic about my book. I'm enthusiastic about being a part of a bigger picture, having the opportunity to work with women that are traumatized and have gone through different things, and helping them to heal heal from their traumas. These are the gifts that God has blessed me with. And your gift makes room for you. So you don't have to push people out of the way, because your gift will make room for you. And my gifts are making room for me. And so I want your gifts to make room for you. And so I want you to continue on your journey, continue on your walk, love yourself, love others, even the ones that have hurt you, love them. Because they also have gone through things in their lives that have allowed them to present that person to you. That lower self is what we've been presented with, because that's what you were presenting them with. And so when you start to work more on your higher self and build your spirituality and build that love for self, and being intentional about your self-care and setting healthy boundaries with people, all those things, will help you and aid you in attracting the right kinds of people, the right kinds of things, and abundance is yours. So this is what abundance looks like. Abundance is not a monetary thing only. That comes with it, but abundance is living in joy and peace and happiness no matter what's going on. So I am wanting and praying and loving all of you, and I want everyone to have the same experience of love, joy, and peace. This is Carla with Trust the Process. I pray for everyone. I love everyone. And I hope that these messages are just as nourishing and fulfilling to your spirit as they are to me when I do them. And I don't do them on a regular basis, but I try to come in weekly just to kind of let everyone know where I'm at on my journey, and just to encourage. So I love you, and coming soon, I have a book coming out. It's called Shifting Me at the Seams, and I'm just kind of putting it out there so everyone to know. I am working on publishing it, so it's in the making. So just want everyone to know to look out for that, and appreciate your support on my channel. It's always good. And I love you guys, and have a great day, and trust the process.